Alrighty, we have got some ranked Wargame right now. I've recently jumped into Wargame Ranked because I'm a bit over just the 10v10 and all that dumb shit. So I've played a few games, maybe 5 or 6. Got absolutely destroyed in my first couple because somehow I got partnered up with majors, and I was no rank. But I eventually got myself to private. This could be maybe my 4th game or something like that. I'm playing off against fcat, and we're on, I believe this one's Tropic Thunder. I don't know map names really. I don't really give a shit. And I'm rolling with a, excuse me, a US General deck. So I'll just speed it up here. How I've seen other players play and how I like to play this is sort of try and get foxtrot straight away while having fire support to cut them off. Try and get an echo, put some recon and stuff here, and just put some recon and stuff here. But it's usually hotly contested between echo and foxtrot, from what I've seen. So what I've done is grabbed a CV, obviously at the back, and a second one. Always grab a second CV in case they try some cheesy shit. I've grabbed an M60, which I saw Pre-Ad using in one of his videos against Patton, and for something like 60 points it's like 13 armor or something, 13 front armor, and it's so it's not a bad tank. I've also grabbed a third CV just so I can get some pressure on the board straight away, which is what I thought would happen. I've just got a Lav Scout, some s'mores, a whole bunch of shit right now. This is a bit retarded how I've placed my units, but a lot of this is going, just pull back to one. A lot of it goes to echo. I think I'll send a recon and maybe a man pad and maybe a light tank, maybe an M60 actually, to the trees. We've probably got some recon and a man pad over the town here, and I will try and lock down Foxtrot, as well as get a foothold in echo. I think fcat was using just the USSR General. That's what it looks like. But as you'll see, he'll take control of echo pretty easily. I can't see this KA just yet, but I realise it's coming pretty soon. I've also just got some cheap base defences out, just in case. I mean, from all I've heard from about ranked is just cheese, chopper rush and shit like that, so wanted to make sure I was covered. So yeah, here we come into Foxtrot, and he's got nothing. I mean, this is bad micro right here, because I've obviously moved them off and forgotten to unload, because I don't want my Humvees crossing and then just getting destroyed. But he's gone very heavy into echo, which I don't realise until about 15 seconds from now. And I really should have. I mean, I can't see any of this. I can see some of it now, but I really should have recognised it earlier and brought more fire support across, because I'm seeing nothing here. And just to realise it, I didn't have any recon here, which is a bit strange. He's got a T-72 in the town, which I thought was a bit weird. And as you can see, he's dropped a 4-stack of Spetsnaz in the town. And I mean, that's starting off pretty bad. I'm not microing my vehicles out of the way or supporting. My smalls and my Delta Force just get absolutely destroyed. Excuse me. My one's fire support's pretty weak. Right now, I'm going to go back to neutral. And I mean, I really should have pushed this. I mean, because I don't have any recon, it's I can't see. But if I had the recon, I would have been able to see that there was a lack of anything here. So I really should have pushed, even with an M60 and a combat with this pivot support. I really should have pushed that. I didn't see any of this. I do notice it later, but we'll get to that. He basically, so he pushes me out with this Spetsnaz, but I'm starting to push my units up here because I'm wondering, like, he's gone Spetsnaz and they're 35 a pop, plus I didn't see the BTRDs, but I thought Spetsnaz is pretty expensive, so I grew. So let's see what else is going on. He's got his KO just sort of sitting there. I should have really brought my pivads up further. I'm not sure what he can see of mine right now. He can see my pivads. I kind of leave it there for most of the game, or around about there. So I'm not overly annoyed that he can see it, to be honest. But right now I realise that he's sort of got echo, so I need to get some either heavier fire support or more units in. I've pulled this M60 from Golf, and I've also C-read up again, just to put some pressure on. He's always going to win if we both CV up at the first opportunity, he's probably going to win because this is closer and this is closer. So even if I took India, it takes me longer to get across this road, across this bridge, and then out to these two zones. Yeah, it takes him a lot shorter time to get to these three than it does for me to get to my three. But that's okay. Miss micro again from this convert. I could have taken out these OSAs that I did know were there. I saw them previously. He's making use of the 64 BM, which is pretty popular at the moment. I'm not sure what I'm doing with this Humvee. Maybe I've taken it to Foxtrot, but I can't quite remember. I think this game's, I've played this game maybe a day or two ago. So I'm just trying to remember my thought process. I think I'm thinking, well, I'm probably going to lose these riflemen because this is too aggressive and it's too late now. Because I didn't realise that was a 3-stack. So I think I'm really trying to, and I've just lost my M60, so I want to reinforce Foxtrot. I'm pretty happy with my Humvee right here because it hasn't been engaged yet, which means either there's no one in this tree line. I know it's seen because it's not flashing. Oh, okay. Okay, it's a solid blue, so I thought it was it would be visible. But yeah, I'm pretty confident that nobody's in this tree line here, and it's really just a tripwire. I'm not really sure what I was doing with this. I've brought in a Nighthawk just because I'm trying to snipe some of these units here. He made good use of these 21 BIs on these rocket runs. There we go. It was a bad micro. And he was using those rocket planes quite extensively throughout the match, really. Just bringing in reinforcements. What are these? 225 on the suppression. They're just killing my riflemen. And right now to be honest, I'm not sure what I'm trying to do because I know if I send riflemen at Spetsnaz, especially a 4-stack, it's just completely useless. And unfortunately in my deck I didn't have like a carpet bombing sort of bomber. I just had Nighthawks, and they're really good for precision strikes, but in terms of sort of laying this whole area to waste, like a D-Eagle would, or I don't know, even an Aardvark, it's really not going to work. And he's making really good use of these supplies. He brings in a T-72, but he just leaves it in quite a horrible spot, and I can see it all day long. can't even hold on to that. 300 per minute. So I put an attack mark down because my Nighthawk's coming back in soon. And I CV'd Foxshot. I don't know what I was doing. I CV'd Foxshot, but I haven't CV'd India, which is a 2-point compared to a 1. I am super lucky that his BTR ran out of fuel, because otherwise that would have been causing me trouble in my spawn. Excuse me. He's been quite passive with his units in Echo right now. He really could have pushed them up further and been a little bit more aggressive, sort of say into this area of town just on the edge. I've brought in some recon just because my eyes right now towards this area. I mean, there's nothing in there, luckily, but I can't see anything. Here comes my Nighthawk. He still hasn't moved his T-72, which only has the 2 top armour. The Nighthawk doing, 20 HE. And thanks to the stealth, I'll go to his point of view. He doesn't see it yet. He's going to see it when, possibly even after it's dropped. I'm not sure. Say it's dropped. It's just, there you go. And his Osas, they have pretty average airplane range. So I get the snipe. Some will say that's cheesy, but he left it wide open. Like, it's just calling for it, to be honest. Haven't moved my pivots for a while. It's a bit dangerous. Pretty open to a mortar sort of barrage. I start moving in again with infantry, but I really should have just held out, because this is just an obvious push, like just straight in, and that's really easily defended. Start putting out some base defences, because he's sort of quiet, so I think he's snuck something around the side somewhere, maybe. Bringing in some reinforcements. It's just some more rifleman 90s. Can I see that 72 right now? No. So it's pretty quiet. Just trying to reinforce what I've got. This is still pretty weak, so that hence the rifleman coming in and being attacked by the 2 Spetsnaz screws. I'm bringing in my chaparrals just a little bit closer now, which is probably about time, considering how he's just had free reign on my infantry with those rockets. And I also believe I bring in a Patriot soon, but you'll see what happens to that. So I'm pretty happy with how it's going. I'm ticking at a +3. I'm almost up by 100, and I just think it's going alright for what I've got. Just move my, I don't know why I moved my Humvee, just to make sure everything's continually moving, I suppose. And obviously there it goes down. It would have been nice if I just held onto my Humvee down there for another 2 minutes. I would have seen this. I don't think I spotted it because he stopped in time, which is pretty good micro. But I think they're just mod shits and 90s, or I'm assuming they will be. That's what everybody's using these days. He's putting out some BRDMs, probably because of that Humvee. Luckily I spot these MTU LVBs coming in. I'm not sure what I do. I've brought out a Tomcat because I'm sick of these rocket planes. That's right. That's pretty average Tomcat. No hits. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit worried just because of this 4-stat coming in, and I really hadn't done anything good enough here. Yet, anyway. So, what do? Bring out the Nighthawk. Do this. My Lav Scout's done a really good job of doing a bit of work. Oh my god, my zoom. Now, oh my god, sorry. Now, I did see one of these Tunguskas a while ago, so that's why I've brought in a Weasel. And I also just changed my attack route, so I'm not coming in range here of the Tunguska as it drops. Just reinforcements coming in galore, really, and my lack of AA right here. I mean, I really should have had a man pad in here earlier on, as well as some infantry right here. It's pretty poor by my behalf, but I'll fix that in the coming minutes with a Stinger and a M60. I see these Grue crossing the bridge, and I get on them quickly before they get into a town to stun and then kill them. Now he's got some recon. His recon's finally made it up to my spawn. He would have been smart to turn off his weapons, but I think he was looking at more killing rather than spotting, if you get me. He's more interested in killing some high value targets or something like that, and then just spotting that, because you obviously can't be just watching like your game like this. He's brought his BIs in, but I'm not sure what happened, why they didn't fire. My Chaparral got one. The other one's half health. My Tomcat's not going to get off another missile, no. And he's brought out a PU, which is bloody out of control. I'm keeping my Bradley here as fire support. Don't want to get him too close because the motor striker will just destroy him. 14 AP at 2 front armor. It's pretty piss weak. I mean, he's only got one mortar out, but I've brought in a Paladin, which I am lucky that he didn't kill right here. I don't know if he saw that. He can't see a whole lot of my stuff, but he does have a small foothold in Foxtrot here. Looks like my Paladin gets away from him there, but my next one doesn't. I was really lax on the AA in this match. I really should have brought in some more, especially like I'm really annoyed that I didn't have man pads here earlier. As I bring in another one, and here I go trying to just get some more space into Echo here. These Spetsnaz are really going to destroy me. Can he see any of my stuff? No. I really should have just left the smalls back, jumped one with the rifleman, and then jumped back. But now I know where they are, so here they come. He can't see it, and he doesn't know it's coming. Oh, that's the wrong one. I know that they're in this block here, but I think he gets a pretty nice dodge, or it just stuns. Oh, I really should have pushed, because it killed most of the arty. Spetsnaz. Now I've brought in a heavy. I really did not need to, but it was nice to have. I'm a bit slow moving this stuff and recognising the arty. Yeah, I was trying to find his heavy artillery all game. Looking over here, I really should have had another man pad and maybe a recon infantry group here. I grabbed one of his Osas, and do I grab the second one? Yep. Grab the second one, which I was pretty happy about. He's pulled back his Razvedkas, and you would have been really happy if he grabbed my HA. So there's not a whole lot happening. He's just trying to bomb away with his artillery. This is bad micro on my behalf. I don't know why I don't know why he moved that. Maybe he didn't want to move it while I was artillering it to give away its position, sort of thing, which is fair enough. Alright, yeah, I should have pushed here, but obviously in hindsight, I mean, looking at this after the fact, as well as being able to see his units, it's quite easy to say that. Just pushing across here because I like my recon in this position to be able to spot things coming down this road before the bridge. And the combat there is great fire support. I brought in a now my reasoning here to bring in this lav was I was going to pack up this TACOM and I was going to get it in the back of Echo here just to neutralise it and then get me another positive plus tick. But I didn't want to move it until it came back, until this one made it into that zone, obviously, because then I'd be able to back to even. I'd be actually at a negative if he had kept his T-72 there. This is horrible microing. I tried to I had the Stingers here on a shift unload, and then I accidentally moved the M113s, so I just had to move them across by walking. It's pretty stationary right now. We've just got under 20 minutes to go in the game. I think the game runs its full length, but I can't remember how long a ranked game is timed for. I don't have all that much experience in them. I've just got a Tomcat coming out, and the Razvedka's just starting to spot things, which I haven't noticed this yet. So he's spotting things. He's already got a side shot on my M60. Oh, maybe I have spotted it. So, probably about 5 minutes ago, I pulled out a Patriot to put in that tree line or something, and it never got there. So I was sort of working out where I put it, and then I got the beep that the M60 was taking fire. So he came out the supports for that. I feel like I have Foxtrot down pat, but I just feel like Echo's the issue right now. In comes my CV, and I've got this M728 here. To be honest, it's a bad spot, and I've learnt this throughout the game, to fire support, because it does not get any shots onto any of these buildings here. It would be better from here, and even then, you'd only get the two front buildings. It's hard to give fire support inside these three blocks. He's pushed pretty hard, again with Spetsnaz, and I'm sure my Nordok straight out. I don't usually do a lot of air, so this was new to me, but to be honest, I couldn't really think of any other way to sort of combat this 4 stacks. So anyway, this could be it actually, on his last rocket. Yep, there you go. So for some reason the small don't have line of sight, probably because the Spetsnaz are in that bottom corner there. And the CEV also doesn't have. I'm really just trying to clean this up. Obviously I don't know what's in there. I can see this, but I can't see anything here. I'm expecting just a whole lot more just to come out right now. He pulls out a BI, but did I pull out a Tomcat? Yep. I'm really just trying to pack this up. I mean, even from there, my scout couldn't get shots on it, which is, I'm not sure what was going on there, but it was annoying me the whole freaking match. Now, Echo's completely empty, so I start pulling out my chaparral. I think I pull out my TACOM, because that is not good. What did he... I mean, he's got a 72k here, but he must think we're playing Destruction or something, because it's a fully healthy, calm 72k, but he won't put it in that tree line or anywhere in this zone. So I'm not sure what his reasoning was there. My Paladin was too slow to fire. I was too late to react. I was lucky that Razvedka has run out of missiles. I finally decided I'd do something about it now, especially with that Cobra coming in. He's also got his artillery going off at mine. He's quite good at having supplies there ready to go for his infantry to restock them. I was quite impressed by that. Over here, nothing major. I had a chaparral on the zone here, but I've decided to pull that back and actually replace it with the man pads. I should probably swap out the rangers and the riflemen as well. So I've got some reinforcements in nice and quick. And on this map, you really got to be, if you're on this side, you really got to be thinking ahead for reinforcements, because our reinforcements come on this side, have to come up the road, across, and then down to this side, whereas they're just straight down this road over the bridge and bang it, they're in. I feel like it takes me longer to get to here than it does him to here or even here. So that's just something, if you're playing on this map, just be wary of possibly what's in there and what can get you, sort of thing. Just be thinking ahead if you can be. I hope that doesn't sound too condescending, because I'm not the greatest wargame player. So I do apologise if that sounded condescending. I mean, I just replayed it in my head, but it sounded a little bit, but whatever. And at this point, I'm trying to remember how many cards of Spetsnaz you have and all that. But again, with Conquest, you don't know if you've actually killed them off or there's some left, or all that sort of stuff. But I mean, 2 squads of Spetsnaz have just wiped out 2 riflemen and 2 smalls. So they're a bit out of control if you use them well, if you can keep them alive, which he is doing really well with those Urals. Put an M60, and I think I'm putting it over here, but I didn't want to place it there for spawning, because it will come up this road and then across, I think. So you just want to make sure you get your pathing right on your call-outs. He's throwing his PU out, and towards this later part of the game, he really takes over the skies. I think I've bought another Tomcat, but I'm just keeping an eye on his PU, just sort of so I know when it's sort of either repairing or maybe rearming or something. But there you go, straight out with a 27S. So 8.4. So he's controlling the skies for the moment. He doesn't have all that much AA. He's just got Tunguska and a Tunguska and a couple of Iglas. So to be honest, his air defences are pretty, like his ground air defences are pretty weak. But obviously his air is pretty good with the 27S and a PU. He's throwing out some VDVs, which is pretty standard move. I'm surprised my TACOM hadn't come back yet. He's going pretty hard on the artillery and the mortars. He's been trying to snipe my CV down here for a while. And I've actually brought in a second CV just in case, sort of thing. He's thrown out his IL-2, which is a bit of a weird move because I'm not sure what he was trying to bomb, maybe my s'mores, but I'm not sure if the IL comes out alive. Nope. I think I'll lose a Tomcat here, to be honest. Yep. But I felt that was a worthy trade. Just due to what an IL can do in this town. So I lost a couple of s'mores. I think it's all clear in this zone, and then I cop this 28 VDV. So look what happens. Wow, I didn't realise that happened. Shit. I really should have been supplying my units better, like fcat here was. I think they're the only supplies I brought out for the whole game, to be honest, and it's not great. I really should have more. But yeah, having this TACOM in there, I've neutralised this zone, and I'm back at a +1 tick. He's brought out a BU, which I didn't see much of, to be honest. And like I said before, my recon here is pretty lackluster. Lav Scout's only got good optics, and it won't see anything sort of from this tree line over. So I won't see much of a push here. M60's got good optics, which is one of the reasons I use it, but it's still not going to see a whole bunch. I'm not sure if I see this UK. I can't remember if it was I can't remember thinking if it was just a tank or if it was the CV. But he's moved it because I've started adding it. I really should have been countering this artillery a bit more. I've put out my M60 right now to support, but it's too late, and I'm just not going to get any shots here. I might get some on the Spetsnaz, but he's just going to swap a building, and I mean that's going to be completely fine. And I don't think my M60s can even see that anyway. No. So I'm going to pull that back. He's pulled out. I didn't realise he pulled out a secondary CV there. I did not realise that. I see this MI4 and I kind of think the worst. You know, he's just going to start throwing me a coolers and fucking everything. But luckily it didn't. That's why I brought out a man pad. He's got these BIs rocking again. I think he's hoping for a... Geez, they're really good against infantry. What are they? 2 HE per rocket. I'm not sure how many rockets. I decided to keep the M60 there. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if it's because I ran out of fuel. No, I've still got fuel, but I feel like as my riflemen cross and the Spetsnaz jump into this town, I can do some damage. Put out another Patriot. Now I've placed it there, like I said before, because of the pathing. I won't be leaving it there. I'll probably move it to where the pivads is and then move the pivads around. I should have also moved this scout or even these cavalry scouts to the front here for better optics. Alright, now with just... I forgot these guys. Bit of bad micro. I've got my HA in position, and I mean nothing's really going to be crossing this bridge. So he's down almost 300 points with a couple of minutes to go. I'm not sure what... oh, that's right, he pushes with his BU. And I think at this point I'm sort of stressing that he's going to be pushing hard with tanks. But what can he see here? This is pretty silly. I mean, if he pushed his KO across, it might have been a bit better. Because I didn't know he had a KO the whole match. Might have been a better push. But he didn't. I noticed that the PU's been out for a while, so I feel like it's safe for me to push out my Harrier with its HMs. With, what are they, 30 AP? Yep. I got a side shot on the BU, which I actually thought the half damage came from the Harrier. But the Harrier actually, it gets one off, and then I get it out of there because of the 27s coming out. And we might actually trade. Yep. No, we don't actually trade, but the Tunguska maybe got that. So what was that? 15 AP did half damage to BU. Pretty happy with that. Scared him off. Alright, he can't see that. And yeah, most of this map, it's pretty bad on my behalf, but I just keep churning in Rifleman and Smalls just to make sure I can hold at least this block here to get a +1. And he really should have been a little bit more aggressive with his infantry. Obviously, as I've said many times, it's easy to say now watching it post-game, knowing what's in there. But he was really good at resupplying and bringing up reinforcements. If he kept that going, he could have taken over this whole town, and I would have been stuck back in this tree line or something, or even this city here. He sees my Cav Scouts pretty early and gets his mortar on it. He's pretty good at moving his stuff around, which is pretty good. Brought out another Chaparral, which I think is because I feel like maybe a push is coming in on the a yellow push with the helicopters. Doesn't end up coming, which is lucky, but I was lucky enough to be floating heaps of points, so I just thought I'd throw it out there. TACOM's really undefended. I throw my Humvees out there just to see what's going on. And this right here, this is interesting, because you'll see in a minute what I do. He must be really new to the game, thinking that the more CVs in the zone, the more points you get. I don't know if you had two CVs to my one, you get the point. I'm not sure if that was his mindset or what, but yeah, it doesn't work like that, as most of you probably know. See Spetsnaz, I'm kind of shitting my pants, I think, and my TACOM, there you go, comes out. Bring up another M60 to replace the one that got smashed by the BU. He really pulled it back a long way, I'm not sure why. His KA is going to see anything that comes out of this tree line. So he had the BU anywhere in this tree line, to be honest, and even this Tunguska maybe in this tree line, that would have been much better. This is a bit defensive. I mean, it might be right for destruction when points are really important, but for conquest, if I was to make a push and he had a BU there, I'd either get a bit scared and stop the push, or obviously go for it first. So I've put out my TACOM. I've put out my Nighthawk, sorry. But I change what I'm doing with it in a second, I think. maybe. Nope. Just go straight for it. I was pretty confident that his CV was in that corner. So I don't get the kill there. Patriot gets a shot on a PU. That's going to be out for a long time now, down to 1 health. Delta Force, I thought I'd use them, but to be honest, I don't really see them being that great. I mean, the MP5's got great rate of fire, but suppression's pretty horrible. A bit of a miss micro, he's going to catch me out of the building maybe. Really short range on the law with shitty AP. I think I'm gonna change them out of my deck because 1, I don't use them very often, and 2, their stats are pretty horrible for their price. Anyway, that's my opinion. So game's almost done. I'm sitting at 350 points to his 29. I feel like I've done pretty well to contain most of his concentration here in Echo. Having quashed or squashed or whatever the fuck his push into Foxtrot. He never made it into this side of Foxtrot. And that's really all he's attempted. I mean, he hasn't tried to push here. Really, I mean, he pushed out a BM and BU, but like, what's that? No recon, no AA. I'm surprised he hasn't thrown out 400 helicopters, which is usually the go. Both at the start or if you're not doing too well. So that's the game. I actually ended up with the lower KDR by almost 200, but I had almost over 300 more points than he did. So I'm pretty happy with that win. I'm not sure what's going on with the points here. This is an old game, so it might not show everything. But yeah, if you enjoyed that cast, let me know and I'll do some more. Cheers.